Hello and welcome back. We're back with our second part of tonight's episode of Insurgence. So where we left off, you guys, while traveling, discovered that there was an Oni disguised on your ship looking for a magical stone which he called his phylactery, which allowed him to extend his life. But it was stolen by a dwarf. You guys were able to get a hold of this dwarf and set up a meetup to buy the stone. And instead you grabbed it and bolted, and none of them could fly, so there was nothing they could do about it.
Even if they could have flown, though, like, they could have caught up with me, sure.
Yeah.
Even then, I did a full 60 feet and then teleported afterwards. Mm-hmm. So they could have gotten within 30 feet, and then she was traveling way too fast. So.
Yeah. But you guys got the stone back. You met Big Bro of the Oni, that you saw to be a storm giant. They are not actual brothers, but just like brothers to each other. He is clearing out a space for them to hide out, and eventually may make their way to Seraphina's old safe place. But as you guys started to leave town after the storm giant had made clear weather for you, the three of them saw you, and you guys bolted.
This is the Riding Dragon that we're on?
Yeah, definitely that's the name of it.
It's Syphilis Gold and the Riding Dragon.
And the Riding Dragon, yeah.
I'll let you know what his dragon is.
Alright, but you guys do head off. A couple more days go by, and one last encounter. Katie, if you'd like to roll me a D69.
You think this one will take another 60 years?
I don't think so. That being said, that one was not supposed to take that long. If you guys would have been like, you're on the wrong place, good luck, he would have been like, crap, okay, and left.
That was typical mission RPG shit right there.
54.
I love side missions, especially when they give you rewards. Fuck yes.
Mm-hmm. Which, you didn't get much of a reward for that one, but...
No. But we did get an NPC.
Oh, this one, doesn't apply because he cleared the weather. So this is about bad weather. If you want to go ahead and roll again for me.
Oh, heck yeah.
Because the storm giant made that not a problem for you guys.
68.
68.
So close to greatness.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
You're like right there.
What happens?
Leotharn appears.
Oh, hey, Leo.
And this is when I added, it says, Leotharn appears to talk.
What's up, Leo?
So, you guys were able to get everyone to Southguarded safely?
Yes.
We helped out Noni along the way.
Oh, good. I haven't talked to many Oni, honestly. Oni aren't the most common things in the world.
True. He was really chill, though. We also met a storm giant. He's also really chill.
Oh, interesting. I didn't realize we had many of those out here.
Yeah. They're very lonely, though, so...
That makes sense.
At some point it'd be cool.
They are the longest living giants.
At some point we should see if we can bring them back to Dreamlands.
We could see. But I was actually here to talk to you and your friends.
That's fine. They're right here.
So, it's been about 10 days since the rally. You guys are wanted.
Yeah.
Of course.
Pulls out 3 wanted posters. Each of you have your own poster with artistic creations of your faces.
I got the nose wrong. They always get the nose wrong.
Each of you are currently wanted for 3,000 gold. And it says at the bottom, right now.
That's bullshit.
And at the bottom it says, in association with the Haven terrorist group and the Unicrest terrorist group. As you guys do not have a proper name yet.
Hey, Leo.
Yes?
You got a way to disguise us?
For a short time.
You need to figure something out about that.
Well, depending on the crowds you're in, a bounty can mean a lot.
Exactly. So while we're in town, so we just gotta figure out ways to disguise ourselves so we didn't look like this.
Well, if you're in towns that are not favorable to the government, the bigger your bounty, the more of a hero you become.
It's true. The point was just more being able to turn it on and off.
Again, I can cast seeming upon us and make us pass without being quite as noticed, making all of us look different, but it only lasts about half a day's worth.
You need a ring of like this guy.
Are you checking if you have one?
I'm looking if I have disguise self. I do not. I need to learn this. That's first level spell?
Yeah.
I have it. I was looking at my second level spell and I was like, fuck.
Alter Self is a slightly...
I thought, for the longest time, I thought Alter Self was the better version of Disguise Self.
I mean, it does other things, but it basically is.
I thought it just gave you extra limbs.
Or it can make you change your appearance. But the difference with Disguise Self is you only look like something else, where Alter Self, you actually become something else.
So I guess I'll have to take that spell whenever that comes across. I take it we don't level up because we don't.
I was able to avoid getting a bounty for myself.
Yeah, weren't you like invisible or something?
No, my face is hard to notice unless you know me.
Was that tree cut down whenever we saw the Renan?
I have not went back to Renan.
When we saw Renan.
Oh, when you...
Was the tree in the was the giant tree still there?
The big tree didn't go far over the city walls, and so it's hard to tell with just a silhouette.
Ah, damn. So who won? Who lost?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. People walked out on both ends.
Interesting.
If you're making your way to Apparentis, that is where the Unicrest base was.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they'll have Marantes there.
Yeah, fair. I just kind of assumed that all of them would be dead.
Well, I don't know all of them well, but I know Theric can definitely handle himself.
True, but it looked like they could also handle themselves.
It's true. Theric did help your father and mother in saving the world.
Yeah.
I need to find Marcus. I said I want to find Marcus.
Hey, I've seen Marcus.
You have?
Can I send to Marcus?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
I send to Marcus.
All right. What do you say?
Hey, Marcus. This is Ducky. Giralf wanted to check on you and see if you could be picked up? Question mark. Or if you already were.
Hello, Ducky. I'm alive.
He's alive?
Um,
Oh, I didn't think about this sooner.
Yeah.
I was picked up. Well, I'm somewhere.
He's captured.
I'm on an island. I'm not sure how I got here.
What?
I send back. What does the island look like?
Good question. It is lively, but green plant life grows black. There is a tower at the center of the isle.
Do I recognize anything like that? No. I send back.
Okay.
Were you picked up, or were you captured?
I-
And also, did you just wake up there, or walk through something?
We were fighting,
Mm-hmm.
then I was here. I'm
So then he wasn't
not
picked
captured, but there is no people. Is life no people?
I can't contact him more, can I? only have 3 level spell slots.
You could technically contact with higher.
I don't have higher.
Oh, I forgot you're multi-classed.
Yeah.
Leotharn, what's going on?
Talking to his dad. I sent him a picture of him. He's on an island that is, he said green turns black, but it's lively, but there's no people.
Hmm.
But I can't contact
Anything
him.
else?
I tell him everything that he told me, just in case. I'm missing him.
I know where he is.
Where is he?
It's called the Black Isle,
And where's that?
the center of the world.
I take it that's not close.
No. Well,
Closest relative when you're you?
yes. Also, closest relative when you're in the middle of everything.
So he's always gonna be in the middle?
I can reach him.
Can we reach him?
I can reach him. I could bring you with me.
Can you pick up?
Let's get your friend first.
That's what I was gonna say. Can we pick him up first?
I mean Hansen.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was saying.
Um,
I'm in the same boat.
just because I'd rather not have to pinpoint an airship while moving. I did it this time, but I didn't have to focus on other people with me.
Fair.
Is the Black Isles dangerous?
Yes.
Are there Vinoken there?
No. Marcus will be safe.
Will we?
We might not be.
Thanks, I
Could
hate it.
how could he just end up there?
That is a great question. I don't know everything.
Like, we may not be because of somebody else, or because of, like...
The isle itself.
Okay.
So why is he safe and we wouldn't be?
You
Mhm.
would be. We wouldn't be.
Planeswalker shit?
Yes.
Okay.
You cannot just fly to the Black Isle.
You have to teleport?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes and no. It is a physical location on the material plane,
Mm-hmm.
but it is nowhere.
But everywhere.
It has a set location.
Mm-hmm.
You could sail a ship to where the Black Isle is,
But it wouldn't be there?
but you would move right through it. It is there, but it's not.
So you have to know it's there for it to be there?
You have to know how to access it, which is why you need me.
Which is weird that he isn't there. That he's there.
It is.
This is the first time this ever happened?
In several centuries.
So it's happened before.
Yes.
What was the cause of that?
I'm not sure they were dead when I found them.
Interesting. I guess you don't know speak with dead. But you could have found someone who did.
What?
You could have found someone who knows speak with dead.
There was no...
Body?
There was a skeleton.
Doesn't that count?
No. For Speak with Dead, they have to be able to have the function to speak.
Question, Zion.
Yes.
If you were to make a robotic version and give them the function to speak, could you then cast a spell?
That'd get real complicated. Because at one point, does it no longer become them?
Well, so, like, it would still be their body, and, like, you would just create, like, vocal cords and lungs.
You'd have to mess with it.
Interesting.
All the same,
Deputy.
we can't just go, so I'm going to go get the preparations to make our way to the Black Isle. I will meet you at Apprentice.
Understood.
I'll see you there. With your 19 passive perception, you did notice right before he teleported, he kind of looked off in the distance and his eyes shifted and went back, and then he teleported.
What the fuck was that? What the fuck's going on? I'm so confused right now.
That's part of the random encounter, by the way. It just works that you mentioned Marcus. It's because the encounter was Leotharn approaches about the Black Isle.
So you just put Marcus there, or was Marcus
Because it
already
worked. No, it just ended up working out that way. But I did plan on someone you knowing being there. It just happened to be Marcus. But I think it worked very well. Anyway, you guys spend the next couple days and eventually land on Apprentice as the Storm Giant's favor has started to fade as clouds have started to recover the sky. But you know where to find the base.
Yeah, that'll be okay. Yeah, follow me.
Okay.
Yeah. As you make your way to the port master, not the airship master, but the water port master, you give him the special greeting as he reveals the secret staircase leading to the Unicrest safe.
I feel like you would recognize me at this point, but
It's still required. You never know if someone's disguised self or.
fair. Silence, my brother.
As you make your way down, you guys see as it is a long staircase with torches lighting up a gray brick tunnel. As it leads down, you guys see this open space. There's banners around that have the symbol of a gauntlet with an eye on it with a couple symbols around. And then you see the Unicrest symbol of the eye, the squigglies above it, and the path below. There's not many people around. But you do hear, Ducky! Ducky! As you look over as Philly's kind of jogging up to you. I saw that you were able to save the civilians with some help.
Yeah.
Hello, you two. Again.
Pleasure to see you. Glad to see you made it out all right.
Yeah, the Core 5 made it out alive. Many soldiers did not.
It was their choice to fight, though.
It was. They had the option to leave thanks to you. But I wouldn't call what happened a victory. This is so inappropriate. I am skipping it. I'm skipping it this time. We'll come back to it when it's. There's no appropriate music. It's fine. Many did not. What was I saying? Crap. I got.
did not make it out. Wouldn't call it a victory.
No, I wouldn't call it a victory, but we're gonna have to hang low for a little bit.
Fair.
But they know we're here, and they know we mean business. It's a good start.
We have a bounty, too.
You should see ours.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Fargone and Luis seem to be having fun with the bounty thing.
Which one of them has a higher bounty?
Fargone.
No.
Luis is bitter about it. But Fargone was much more the aggressor. I'm not sure if I'm happy about it. I know that can give some comfort to those who are against the government, but that means our faces are out there. That means people know I'm alive again.
Fair.
For you guys, if you're wanting to be associated with us, we are happy to have you. If not, I'd find a name for your own so people aren't seeking you looking for us. Because what we talked about previously, comes, then we will not be in constant contact.
True.
I think it'd be better we weren't.
Fair. You should probably find a new place, though.
Yes.
Do you guys have protection and crying?
The core 5 do.
Okay.
The core 5. The others were working on trying to make a location that is locationally unscribable. Though that is challenging. Yes?
Nothing. Zion out again?
Yeah.
Could they make their base at the center of the Black Isle?
It would not be a good idea.
Okay. Because that is not locationally scribable, right?
Typically, there's not much to scry upon.
Wait, why would that not be a good idea? Wouldn't they be...
You guys will find out later.
The impatience.
I'm just confused. More than anything.
But we're going to find a new location. I believe Hansen was expecting you.
Yeah. We were going to pick him up.
I do think before you go, Theric did want to speak to the 3 of you as well.
Sounds good.
Alright.
Hopefully he doesn't get mad at us.
Kind of just like grabs your hand. Take care.
Will do. Hopefully the old man isn't mad at me.
What do the 3 of you do first?
I don't want Hanson to be a part of it, so I'm gonna vote for going and talking to Derek first.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, she doesn't know what else to do. She's just following Ducky's lead.
Yeah.
This is the first time she's been in the Unicrest.
So as you guys go through, there is a large set of large wood double doors with iron brackets. It's almost like someone took a barrel with the thin black brackets and widened it out and made it into a door. It's that same dark wood with the grayish black metal. As the doors open, you do see Theric, which again, about 7.5 foot tall, maybe even approaching 8, human-looking figure. Broad as he is tall, heavy armor. Except right now his armor is set off to an armor stand, but even without his armor looks almost as broad, just with his natural physique. Wearing a blue thin shirt, sitting across a desk, and at the other end is Fargone, a man with dark brown hair, kind of graying around the sides, a large eye patch, and a sword with a black blade on his back. I need to give you one of those. As you approach, you hear, I understand, but we need to make sure that next time we're able to protect our people and take that as priority over the off. Hello, come on in. Fargone, you're dismissed.
I can stand outside for a little bit.
Oh, no, it's alright. I know you guys are more travelers. Fargone isn't going anywhere.
Fair.
As he kind of gets up, looks at you guys.
We're all inside on Fargone.
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, that's an 18 plus 9.
He seems angry about something.
Probably what they were just talking about.
But he is, if you're rolling for, his general allegiance, he is loyal to the death to Theric. That is very obvious. He's not happy about this current conversation, but
He would never turn his back on.
he would never betray. That is very clear by the way that he addresses Theric. As he kind of walks out, he gives you a nod, like I said, and turns and goes up a spiral staircase, which you know leads to the Fives room. Theric kind of goes, please, take a seat, take a seat. We lost a lot of lives a couple weeks ago during the rally. We were very, very thankful you were able to get in as far as you could. I think the Sovereign was a little bit more present than we were hoping.
Fair.
Philly filled me in on everything. I am not upset at your failure. If I would have been with you, I would have had you retreat upon sight of the Sovereign. Philly didn't know that, of course.
You know us. We don't back down.
Well, that would have been a great boon if we could have accomplished that, but I understand the complications that came up.
We'll get it at some point.
I understand that we are now also in association with the Haven terrorist group.
It happens.
That is a little bit more concerning, just because, no offense, but the Haven group had a much more,
Aggressive.
I don't know if that's the word, more cutthroat approach than we would like to. Because we're willing to be deadly, we're willing to be brutal, but we want to be able to show mercy. Where the Haven terrorist group, it wasn't that.
He has his weak points. Mercy is unfortunately one of them.
Yes. Which again, I understand there's a time and place for everything. So that's a little bit unfortunate, but we can make it work.
I could always... I mean, he's currently indisposed of, so technically, I am the head of it.
Well,
It's disbanded for all intents and
I
purposes.
was going to say, I hate to say there's not much of a group left there.
But
We tried to reach out to them for the rally, and that's when we found out that I'm assuming your father
Yes.
was taken. Condolences. I'm sure he's alive, but I'm sorry, I'm not... It's been a long couple of weeks.
To be fair, that was years ago. It's put some motivation under me.
All the same, if you're wanting to continue the work, do things your own way or whatever you do. I know, Duck, you've never fully agreed with my methods. Make a name for yourselves. We'd love to be your allies. But right now, the Unicrest name is... It's hot. I meant... Never mind. It's a hot topic. Know that if you need, you have a home with us.
Well, I was telling Philly you guys should probably move.
That's the plan. We currently have Matri and Luis out. They make a good team, whether they banter or not. Hopefully...
Here, Luis is trying to get a higher bounty anyways.
that I still think it's a bad idea, but I can respect it. I understand being competitive. Hanson's waiting for you.
Of course.
I will have... Worrying that messages coming from me may be a bad idea. We're afraid that we may have some interception per me and Philly. And so we will probably send a bird.
Sounds good. What type of bird?
He kind of opens up a door, and you see that. First of all, you guys are seeing this for the first time. A gargantuan, like D&D gargantuan wolf is kind of curled up, laying down in this room.
Give me one of those.
And then also in the room is a large falcon.
Was the wolf at the battle?
No.
No.
The falcon is mostly black, but with like kind of gray strips in his feathers. That will be the bird. I'm sure Philly will message you for other things, but anything top secret will have to come through bird.
Sounds good.
During Matria's interception, she found out that they had books that could intercept sendings and put them on paper. So we're just trying to be safe.
I get you.
Be careful out there.
Will do.
you make your way out.
Vincent!
As you kind of go over to where you know his room was, you kind of hear as you kind of open the door. You see as he is finishing up packing up all his stuff, and he has like 5 or 6 suitcases worth of stuff. Kind of turns around, and you guys see a younger, slightly darker skinned man, probably 19, 20, kind of longer hair, like Brady long hair, except a little bit poofier, a little bit more airy. You can see where he kind of has almost a tan where goggles would normally be. He wears very nice brown long coat jacket, a white shirt, and black pants with bandages that cover everything from his fingertips to his neck to his toes. Anywhere where skin would show from his neck down is covered completely in bandages. As he kind of looks over. Ah, Ducky, you're here.
Yes.
You told me 15 to 17 days, so I just kind of had everything packed. Since it was about day 15.
Wouldn't it be day? I guess, yeah. I was gonna say we helped the Oni, but I don't know if that was considered a whole day or not.
Well, he cleared the weather, so it made the trip easier. So you took time to help them, and he gave you that time back.
Gotcha.
But are we going?
Yeah, we're gonna go to the Black Isle.
Cool.
Nice. Glad you're on board. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. I definitely know what that is. And kind of.
I grabbed 2 of his suitcases.
Oh, there's no need. As his homunculus kind of comes over, and I've been working on that when you've been gone.
Gotcha. Fine.
It kind of looks like a spider, but it's like walking on its hind legs and holding all 6 bags, and it's like.
As they're walking, Seraphina's just gonna look at Hanson because she's taking note of the bandages.
Yeah.
She's like, do you want any help with those at some point? Are you injured?
It's a long story. We'll, I've been doing it myself for about a month now, but we'll see. We'll see. If I need help, I'll let you know. What's your guys' name? I know Ducky.
I'm Seraphina.
Seraphina? Nice.
Gerolf.
Rolf. I'm Hanson Yang. Or Hank? Yang. It's nice to meet you guys. I'm friends with Ducky from his old home.
Yep.
Kind of accidentally got here.
Yep. Mine was on purpose, but
He was on purpose. I was not. It's how are we getting around?
airship.
Oh, do you have one hired?
You could say that.
That's a great question. We have one that we're using. We have not hired them.
Is that going to be a problem?
Probably not.
We're acquaintances with the captain.
Okay. Cool. We barely had airships at home.
True.
Our main form of travel was giant goats.
That sounds like an interesting time.
Well, I mean,
Didn't everybody else use horses?
What?
Wasn't our party the only one that had giant goats?
D'Artagnan, as one of his final things, said that he made giant goats the go-to form of travel.
Oh,
That
I
was
see.
part of the thing that he did. He
I
made a
see.
business where he made that the go-to form of travel. They're very fast goats, and they like run carts and things like that. It also makes it really easy because home has a lot of terrain, and goats don't really have to worry about that.
I'd be fascinated to see it one day.
Hopefully, you'll get the chance.
I assume you want to go home at some point.
That would be ideal. Well, yeah, I mean that'd be ideal.
More insight on that?
Go ahead.
I'm assuming I don't have to roll too high.
No, he's
That's a 21.
yeah. He's like, yeah, I'd like to go home, and kind of has a moment of, well, I don't have a lot to go home to.
Well, you still got me, buddy.
Yeah, well, you're out here, so it doesn't really.
Yeah.
So
if I go home, you'll come with me.
sure. Glad to tag along. Anyway, ship. I'm sorry. I'm very awkward.
Yep.
It's been a rough couple months for all of us, I think.
It has been particularly long.
I guess months don't exist. It's been a rough season for all of us.
I wouldn't call it rough.
Yeah, but you know about Liara.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Sorry, I don't want to get personal. I just met you guys. Anyway,
There are worse things to be than personal.
fair enough.
Yeah, you could have pulled a knife.
Yeah, well, no.
You could have.
I could have. That's not my style.
You could have pulled a cannon.
Fair enough.
Out of game, it's just my brain immediately out of game. I just love cannons.
Oh, Helsing
I hear
Bridge.
bitches love cannons.
Dude, I saw that when I was a kid, and I went on a whole rant about how bitches loved cannons. Someone was like, and they fired cannons, and I was like, actually, did you know?
Bitches love cannon.
So,
I'm gonna walk up to the Simon and be like, "How about you get some pussy, bro? How about you get some bitches?"
The
So-
part that always killed me was when he's like running up the wall, and he's like, "Skeleton!"
have you guys watched Aladdin YouTube poop?
No, I've never heard of that.
I'll just show you it later. It hurts my brain in the best way possible.
That was a 72-inch plasma screen TV. How can I help you?
So, you guys make your way back to the Sky Martyr.
Is that the same?
Yeah. You named it.
I'm pretty sure you named it, actually.
Did I? No, you named the ship. I named the crew. I made the crew, but you named the ship.
Pretty sure you named the ship. Because I gave the title to the character, and then I was just like, "You pop off," and then you were like, "How about Sky Martyr?" And I was like, "Sure."
I really thought you came up with Sky Martyr. Because I never have thought of the word martyr before this. Anyway. Martyr is not a word that like sits comfortably in my vocabulary.
I really thought it was the Golden Dragon. I thought that was the name of the ship.
That was his name when he was a pirate.
Well, yeah, that's why I thought
Yeah.
that the ship carried on that name.
You guys get back to your ship, and Leotharn is already on there. And he's kind of sitting on the deck and has like a couple things set up in a circle and is like sitting crisscross, just looking at all of it. As Cyrus is just kind of looking over his shoulder.
What's going on?
I said I needed to get the supplies to get to the Black Isle. What is he talking about, Cyrus?
The center of the world?
A very tricky place
You have to
get to.
tell me if we're going to start taking my ship places.
I
I don't know if we're
take
taking the
ship.
ship.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't want to go commando. We want,
Hey, Cyrus? This wasn't communicated to me. We're taking the ship.
Okay.
And you can't get there by flying, so we'll figure it out. Actually, it looks like he already figured it out.
As Luthor is sitting in front of like a perfectly like circular, almost like ritual thing he set up, and Cyrus is going, "This isn't gonna like hurt the ship, right?" And he goes, "No, it'd actually probably make it stronger."
We're trying to get Marcus back.
Got it. As you see, Meridal, the first mate, Marcus's daughter, kind of at this point catches attention. Get him back. What happened?
Is in the Black Isle.
We keep throwing around that title.
Cool.
Center-
Where's that?
Center of the
Center of the
world.
world.
Can't get there by ship. He doesn't know how he got there. He was teleported there somehow.
I want to say
Center of the world?
Yep.
That's. I mean, okay. That doesn't.
That's all we know.
The center of the world would just be like. What, like south of Renand, north of the nature. Like, we've explored that area.
Center of the entire world.
There's more?
There's a lot of ocean.
Don't think on the surface. Think more.
What did you think? What happens if you just fly left of Renan for a while?
Yeah, come back around.
Have you done it?
No. But that's also because there's like a bunch of towers over there.
we don't want you leaving.
It's fair. As Marital kind of goes, what's the plan, Captain? Do whatever the ancient wizard says.
It's a good title.
Leotharn goes,
Wait, no, you forgot a title on that. It's the Ancient Wizard Hero.
not a hero. Not a hero. And I'm also...
Both of the other titles are true.
I mean, I am ancient and a wizard. It's better than this world's Merlin. I get that a lot, and it doesn't mean anything to most people.
Who's Merlin?
Ask your dad. He's the one who called me that.
Can't send to him. Right, I can't send to him.
Captain, head directly south as fast as possible. Alright. Feed the ship if you need to. How'd you...
Ancient Wizard.
Sure thing. Cyrus just goes, That is what he said, yes.
How old is he?
How old is who?
The wizard.
Much older than you think.
If he says feed the ship, I'm assuming ships at some point ate or ran off of something.
Maybe he's
that...
talking about fuel.
I think he's just talking about fuel. But he just doesn't.
Yep. And Cyrus walks away.
It's just a weird way to say it.
Leotharn's grinning.
Leotharn, we're off the mark, aren't we?
Feed the ship.
I think I accidentally crossed a line, so I won't say.
He's just really old, dude. Really old.
You don't know
You're
Leotharn.
correct.
You don't know Leotharn like I know Leotharn.
I'm just saying he said feed the ship. That tells me all I need to know
Sure thing.
about how your age. I'm not presuming anything else.
Take a guess.
I know you could probably kill me with like one single word. I'm not trying to push any buttons.
Just take a guess. I'm curious. How old do you think I am?
Oh god.
At least a few thousand.
Oh, solid guess. Solid guess.
I would say
Exact numbers here only.
3,562.
1 second.
You gotta find out his actual age.
How old did you say?
3,562.
How
I
close is
swear
he?
to God, if it's even remotely close.
You're not too far off. I mean, you're not. It's. He is.
How long ago was the last reckoning, the big boy move by gods?
The Sundering?
Sundering, there it is. I'm glad we got there.
I was like, are you trying? I don't know if it is.
The Sundering was a little over 1,500 years ago.
Okay.
So, like, 2 full elf lifespans.
That's not as far back as I thought it was.
1,500 years?
Yeah. I thought it was back when I
Well, the era before that was very, very long. And the Sundering itself took 77 years to happen. Like, it was over 77 years that the Sundering happened.
Oh, what a tired couple.
He's not cuddling with me anymore, so I'm gonna have to punch Zion later, but I told him. I told him if he doesn't cuddle with me, I'm gonna have to punch you. And I believe I said in the face.
I don't know where Natasha is, but I'm sure she's like that.
Outside. She didn't want to come inside.
Oh,
She likes the cold. She's a husky.
that's true.
Yeah, no, I don't
If
have
you
to punch
had
her
like
in
a
the
pillow or
face.
something in your lap, you would stay easier, or like a blanket.
I don't think he's moving.
Fair enough. As you guys are moving, you see as the airship starts to go and go, and you see as
Wait. You never said how old he was. I want to know.
he didn't say.
How close is he? Do I know?
You don't know how old he is.
How close was he?
She was in the right millennia.
He has
Like,
1,000 years?
You have like near, close, far.
What is your spectrum of near, close,
Just
and
near,
far?
close, far. Near, close, far. Come on. You're
Close.
Fuck. I wanted to be near.
Near then. You
Don't-
are
So
no, no, no.
3,000, right? That's right.
in the 3000s.
I would say that's near. That's near. That's near. Was it in the 500s?
What?
Was it not 3,500s?
He has to think really hard. I just did math, so I know, but no.
Is it within like 100 of both of those?
I don't remember. I've been alive for such a long time. I stopped keeping track
Then how did you know that it wasn't in the 500s?
because I know how history works and I know the general time period.
What the
So
fuck?
then you would know if you were within 100 years.
Probably not.
Okay.
We should focus on this ritual.
That's
He's
fine.
instead.
This is important stuff.
Less or more? You older
As
than
he
us?
No.
ignores you and starts focusing on the
I was
ritual.
about to say, Serafina was gonna see if she could help with the ritual at all.
Yeah,
start
if you
giving
just
him
want
a
to sit
back
right
massage.
there and honestly just keep that plant growing,
I start
Um,
giving him back massage.
that helps.
General performance of my back massage. If it's too good, he passes out.
You're kind of watching this happen, and you see Arnold come over with like a crate and follow Cyrus to wherever he fed the ship.
Anything you want me to do?
Stand there, look pretty.
Performance?
I'm a fucking handsome beast.
That's an unnatural 20 on that back massage.
Yeah, no, he's just like, oh, that actually does help. All right. As you see, as he had a plant there that kind of like, as you are moving quickly, the leaves kind of start to wither, and you kind of keep it up. And as you guys are traveling, the ship starts to move faster than it could before. As Cyrus kind of pulls his head up, that's as fast as we can go. It'll have to do. As he kind of puts his hands over the circle, and you see your plant you're keeping alive, the leaves start to turn a goopy black. Almost like the Venom symbiote from Marvel is like taking over it. Right. And as he pulls his hands up, you see all the items in the circle just float about 3 inches, almost like it's magnetically stuck between two forces, just almost vibrating. As the ship just, it almost like breaks through a barrier, almost like shattering glass. As below, you see an island that just looks almost Vanta black from this high up. Almost just like a void in existence.
That's the IO?
That'd be the Black Isle.
I send to Marcus. Hey, look up. That's all I say.
Oh, I see you. I'll get closer to the temple. There's more open space there.
Do we see a temple?
Yes.
Okay.
You do see a temple sticking out of the middle of this void.
Yeah, we gotta go to the temple.
We won't go in the temple, but we can go near.
Yeah, that's where he's at though. What's at the temple?
Maybe I'll show you.
So maybe we are going in?
I don't know until we get closer.
Okay.
It depends on where the stars and planets are aligned.
It's like this big?
What?
It's like this big? Like half a millennia big?
You'll see.
If the stars are aligned.
Stop fucking distracting the wizard.
It's my job.
The ritual's done. We're here. We just need to land.
You think he hired me to not to distract him? Dog, I pulled him out of what he was doing to save me out of a force cage.
He literally just looked at me and said, hired.
Yeah, he doesn't pay me.
He's my apprentice.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So I'm assuming
Go.
the less aligned the stars and the planets are, potentially the more dangerous it's going to be in there.
Correct.
I see.
Okay.
Can we align planets?
No, even I'm not that strong.
I doubt that. I think you can.
If I could, it wouldn't be easy. If I have never tried. Planetary movement is
If I
not
could.
my forte. I've never tried, but I highly doubt I could.
Not with that attitude.
Let's just land.
You're a hero. Of course you can do it.
As you kind of hear the ship as it moves down. Cyrus kind of comes up.
You feed the ship.
Yes.
Is it hungry again?
It's upset.
What?
We just did some kind of weird fucking voodoo travel. Of course,
How does a ship have emotions?
The ship does. Oh my god.
Does a ship have emotions?
Is the ship
This is your
alive?
apprentice. This
No,
is your
I'm talking to-
apprentice.
Sorry, Cyrus.
I'm talking to.
Cyrus, is the
fucking
ship
Moon.
alive?
Wait, is the ship alive?
What? You do apprentice?
There are stranger things in the world. I suppose a living ship could be useful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I respect. Takes a lot to say. I'm sorry.
Do you want to meet him?
I
Man.
would.
Come on.
Let's go.
Marital, hint us, make sure we land safely.
By the temple. By the temple.
Got it. Got it. As you guys kind of go down towards what you've always assumed is just the engine room.
Yeah, because I thought it was a fucking ship.
It is a
Anyway,
ship.
Not a ship that's fucking breathing.
We're
We're on an animal, dog. This is not a ship.
as you go down, opens the doors. It is an engine. Kind of grabs something out of the box that Arnold had brought down and threw it in, and it just kind of. And as you look at it, it is devoured. He can talk to me.
What a
Hey, remember
marvelous
whenever we
thing.
told that one dude that the ship is a beast? And he was like, "Oh shit, you tamed the beast, the big giant sky beast." This is just funny to come back to
I remember.
because
that
now
guy.
it's an actual big giant sky beast.
Dude, I remember that guy.
Well, I mean, he wasn't a beast originally.
What was he originally?
An airship.
I feel like this is a long story.
Long story short, I have a Jinn on board.
That's for point.
Yeah.
No, you got it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's on me. It became so much more clear.
Again, that's definitely the simple version, but land. We're landing.
What a fascinating adventure.
Today has been a long day. There's been a lot of stuff happening,
Yes,
but I assume that we've had more surprises for you than you have for us.
it's been one thing after another. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had one surprise. You've had plenty.
I hate to say this. I don't think it's getting any easier. But if you want to, you can join us. That way you're not as surprised.
I'll stay on board.
Then it's on you.
As we're walking out, I look at Seraphina and I was like, I want to cheer. I want to cheer for our ship.
No, you don't.
Is the Ifrit still here?
Huh?
Does the Ifrit still stay here?
Yeah, backtrack that a little bit.
Okay.
Just so we could pursue that story if you wanted to. As you guys do come to a landing, it is the three of you in Leothar. Hansen also decided he was going to
Stay on the ship.
Thanks for the
stay by the ship. He wants to understand the blackening of the plants, but he doesn't want to travel too far from the ship. As you guys are traveling, you do see just kind of a jogging, large, greenish figure jogging your direction.
Over here.
That's my dad.
Yeah, I know.
He's not there.
Yeah, I know. Are you telling me you call him Daddy?
Ooh.
Why'd you have to take it there, dude? You fucking creep. No!
Leotharn turns around and goes, "Have you met Ducky?"
Then he's just your dad.
That's a good point.
He might not be by blood, but he's basically your dad.
Why him? What? Did he like impress you? Did he make you laugh? I believe. If you tell me he made you laugh, I'll believe it.
I mean, it was a combination of that and owing a favor to his dad.
Oh, so you were like bred in. Cool. Nice.
He knows that was the case. His dad is a hero where he comes from.
Yeah.
My dad's probably dead.
So is his mom, though. That's a little weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It's like a villain arc. It's weird.
What's up with your mom?
I've told you this.
Are you sure?
She's an archdevil.
I don't think
Definitely told you this.
I don't think you told me this.
I definitely have.
Is that the purple lady in your dreams?
We don't talk about my dreams.
There's a purple lady in dreams? That sounds kind of hot.
Not really.
Sounds kind of hot.
We don't talk about my dreams.
I mean, in fairness, Aranza was hot.
Was that her name?
That's my mom's name, yeah.
that wasn't Leothar, that was Zion.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
I was
sorry.
about to be like, Ranza.
No. That was Zion. She was very high charisma and was able to get Soul's attention, so it means
Just
something.
like-
Stop looking at me.
What?
Sorry, I got distracted out of game. So, Marcus kind of finally catches up to you guys. Any word on how we got here? Leothar kind of goes, I was hoping you could give some insight on that. Well,
Did you say how we got here? We know how we got here. We don't know how you got
Yeah.
here.
That's what I was asking, how
For
if you...
You big old doof.
I was fighting in a war, basically, and then I was here. Like, I was mid-swing, and my swing finished when I got here.
Did you blink?
I mean, yes.
That's your mistake.
Never blink again. No, I'm not going to blink.
Rookie mistake.
Leothar, do you know what could have done that?
I was hoping Marcus could have some insight, honestly.
Mid-swing, and you just teleports.
Maybe he's needed here.
Maybe we were needed here.
Fair point. You know what? You got me, bro.
He kind of looks over at the temple nervously.
How the planets looking?
Plants? Oh, plants.
Planets.
Planets. Oh. Sorry, the plants make me uncomfortable. That's on my mind.
What?
Would you mind?
Sure. Is she?
Druidcraft does not work.
I don't like that. I can't interact with the plants here.
So I shouldn't eat one.
No,
No.
definitely
What
not.
the fuck, Ducky?
Though there is Marcus. This is Marcus. Sorry, they have similar voices. The fruits are actually quite okay. Leothar, good to know.
Rare fruits.
Marcus kind of.
Make alcohol out of that. Do you have any?
I can show you where some are.
Perfect. Would Druidcraft work on them outside of this place?
If they are black, then no. Leothar says that.
Are they black fruits?
No, that's why I ate them.
They're not black fruits. Does that work?
What?
I go back to the other end. Not black fruits?
I've never stayed here long enough.
Alright, we're gonna find out. I grab some berries.
So he shows you, and you do find a couple of. There's like batches of 3, almost large berries, but they're like small apple-sized berries, and they're each a almost neon green. Sorry, neon orange, not green.
No, it's neon green.
Marcus grabs one and just,
Isn't that cool with making it neon green?
it could be green, whatever.
Neon green berries. I think neon green drinks are better than neon orange. How many did you grab?
I'll say you grab 6.
6 neon green berries.
Marcus grabs another one and hands it to you.
I grab it. Leothon, how are the planets looking?
Working on it.
the wildlife be dangerous to me if the planets aren't aligned?
No. As you eat it, it is like biting into a green apple sour head.
Okay.
Except, but it's like with that extra layer of sugary almost.
That's a lot.
You want to try?
Sure.
Honestly, I've had worse.
I like sour though.
You could have warned a guy though.
Less fun.
Fair.
You wouldn't have.
Fair. But nah, food from the negative plane, awful. Don't try it.
Never been. Don't necessarily want to.
They deal with souls.
Well, that doesn't encourage me.
You know, like the feeling that like when your foot's asleep.
Yes.
Yeah, it does that, except it goes directly into your chest, and your entire body feels like that for about a minute.
I would cry.
It is awful.
That's awful, yes.
I would fucking cry.
By the way, I described that before I knew that was one of his least favorite things, is that
It's
feeling.
literally my least favorite thing in the fucking world. It
What?
instantly pisses me off.
Honestly, you gotta try everything.
No, you don't.
What's the point of life if you don't?
No, there's.
Leotharan goes, they're not completely out of whack.
So we can go inside.
We can peek inside first.
Can I peek?
The rest of you are welcome to come. You are probably safer than the two of us.
Can I peek first?
Sure.
Can I
Can't
stealth
let
first?
you guys die.
He kind of looks over at the tower and his eyes kind of into another shape. Sure.
I take off my armor.
Okay.
Put it back on the thing. So now I'm just wearing my kimono.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stealth up there.
Okay.
That gets rid of my disadvantage, by the way.
Yeah.
But it also lowers my AC. I also have leather armor, so I guess I could put that on. But whatever.
Do you guys also approach?
Yes.
Sure.
Leotharan is kind of staying behind.
Clink.
You guys, he's being
stealth.
more obvious about it now. You see, as every once in a while, his eyes will like, and like every once in a while, one eye will be different than the other, and his eyes are kind of like switching through, almost like lenses. But it's like one is like slivered, like like a cat or like a lizard. One of them is like has like 3 pupils. One of them switches, and it is pure black. One pure white. They're just switching between, almost like what's like lenses. Just watching this tower.
24.
You approach with,
Stealth.
Yeah. as you approach the large double doors.
Probably
The-
couldn't open these with.
Huh?
I probably couldn't open these stealthily, huh?
You push open, no sound.
Oh, perfect.
It's almost like whatever this black is almost lubricating the hinges.
Does it get on my hand?
No, it feels like it should be. It feels wet, but when you pull your hand away, you're dry. As you kind of push open, inside, you see doors going up a tower. Like it is a ramp, and the doors just follow.
I found a knockoff city.
The doors go to what would be outside. Yeah. But there's nothing outside.
Leothorn is the only person who would recognize that. Is that an accurate description?
It's not inaccurate.
Holy shit, did these take us to different stars?
No.
Oh, that's so sad. Different planets?
Dimensions, planes, probably.
They take you to potentially anywhere. He messages you. It's like the wild magic of Sigil.
Yeah, so what I said the knockoff city.
Knockoff unpredictable.
All knockoffs are unpredictable.
Do you think there would be a way to access the astral plane here?
I'm sure, though I could never tell you which one of these hundreds of doors was hit.
And if you open a door, do you immediately go through?
You don't know until you step through. There's no doors, there's just openings.
But those are doors.
They are doorways.
Oh, you said doors.
Sorry, my bad. There are doorways that have that inky black.
So will I just walk by a door and be like, yep, this is the one I'm supposed to go into since we're supposed to be here? Or how does this work? Or is there a person here?
There's supposed to be.
The fact that there's not is mildly concerning.
I close the door.
If
and
there's
look.
supposed to be somebody here.
That shouldn't matter.
No, I'm just seeing if anybody came to the door.
Yeah, he's saying that shouldn't matter.
I cast knock. They definitely heard it, so.
I hope he's okay.
Do you know the person who stayed here?
Yes.
Are you guys not friends?
He said he hoped.
We aren't enemies.
Well, yeah, but he also said he's a threat. There's a threat here to us if the planets are not aligned.
He's not an enemy.
Maybe it's something. These doors go to different planes.
Not all the well-known ones.
Like demi-planes?
Potentially.
So maybe he was talking about something from another plane.
So does that mean we could go to your demi-plane through these?
No.
Not possible?
Not for mine specifically, but let's say someone had a magnificent mansion up, we could stumble upon that.
That'd be interesting.
Full-fledged planeswalkers have wardings against that for their planes.
Alright. I guess we're gonna go look for this person.
Yeah, let's go. As you guys
You think
walk,
about being at the top or
as you guys are walking, I need each of you to make a wisdom check.
a wisdom check?
I have advantage on those.
This is just what?
I have advantages on all wisdom saves because of my race.
Not a save. It's a general check.
Oh wait, no, it is advantage on wisdom. Let me double check. I remember it's something to do with advantage.
I think it has to do with charm, if I remember.
This is a new day.
Hang on.
Yes.
Is it important that I lucky this?
This is more about number than high number.
5.
Okay. And I don't add anything, or do I
Because
have my
it's
wisdom
telling me I have advantage
Wisdom
on
modifier.
wisdom.
This is from your race.
I believe so. Yeah, it's just all wisdom saving throws. Okay. I had to double check because it just said advantage on wisdom on the front page, so I was like, wait. So I had to double check that.
On the die?
No.
Oof.
I got a 24 anyway, so it's not that it matters.
Okay. I'm just checking because I don't remember that, and I've played a Kalistrar before.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, dual mind. You have advantage on all wisdom saving throws. And I am resistant.
Yeah, sure enough. Wild.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that. I wonder if that's the updated one.
It might be.
That's what it's
No,
always
that's
been.
Eberron. That's what it's always been.
Yeah, that's what
I
it's
did
always
not
been.
use that when I played them. I'm so upset about that.
24, I think is what you got.
That was my
24?
favorite
24.
part of the character.
14?
Okay.
No. Yes. 50. 50.
Oh wait, hang on. Let me double check. Did I do that right? Either way, it's over 20.
Yeah, I mean, over 20 is... Yes, you're good. I had to think about it for a second.
The only person who's... The two people who are questionable is... Does Leothorn have to make it?
No.
Oh, it's because his mind is warded. I see. Leothorn, why don't you ever ward my mind?
I might sneeze. No, I won't.
So I see your mind isn't warded to sneezes.
It is not.
Probably a good thing, honestly.
Oh gosh, I need to blow my nose. I think that's the problem. 1 second.
Yeah, no, it'd only be a 21. I was looking at my save on accident. That's why I got confused. No, it's just plus 5, so it's still 21. It's still over 20. Yes, I do. Wisdom
What's up,
saving
Oxy?
throws.
You guys sneeze? Did Daddy scare you? You heard Daddy blow his nose, and now you're trying to.
No, I did
So-
rolls.
Leothorn, why don't you ever ward my mind?
Really good. That's really nice.
That is something you have to learn for yourself.
Couldn't you do it in the meantime?
No.
I think you're lying.
as you guys are moving forward, you guys do feel a pull towards a gate. Specifically, you two.
You hurt?
Yes.
This gate feels like it's pulling me, Leothard.
That might be what we needed.
Yeah, we'll say
Is
the
there a top of this
attraction
tower,
to it is awful strange.
It goes up. It looks like there could be potentially a top, but it's pretty high.
Do you think that he would be here? Or does he go through planes? Go through doors.
Only when necessary.
Should I go and look at the top real quick and see if that he's there?
He would have heard, and he would have come.
Okay, that door it is. Hey, before I leave, I send to Cyrus and go, hey, going through a weird door. Might be interplanar. Sure, you'll figure out a way back.
As Leotharn hears you say that, Sins, we'll be back shortly. Don't worry about it. You need me to get back. We'll be back shortly.
You didn't say we'd be back shortly.
I don't know how long we'll be back, but they can't get back without us.
Fair, I guess. You got the hiccups bad.
Yeah, he gets the hiccups when he sleeps. I don't know why.
He's such a sleepy boy.
As you guys do walk through a gateway, you see as you're in what looks like the base of a ravine. This ravine, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of feet tall, but sunlight still makes its way down somehow. Or whatever simulation of sunlight this is.
You throw a plane around.
His eyes kind of flicker. Demi-plane of some kind.
Interesting.
Um,
So most of this is illusion then?
not illusion, no. There are uninhabited demi-planes that can be anything.
Interesting.
This is one of those. As you guys hear,
Like somebody typing on a typewriter?
like something
I look up.
tapping, moving.
I look up.
There's a large spider-like creature above you.
Nope.
It has
I'm out.
only 6 legs, but it's kind of up like daddy long leg type legs. Only two green eyes with a green line down the center of its face.
Nope.
Almost like moss or tentacles hanging below its mouth.
You thought I can't do this?
Well, you were called here.
What is that?
I don't know.
I try to message it. Hey, are you sentient or are you about to attack me? Is that an actual language?
No.
Can you understand me? Move your right leg up and down if you can understand me.
Yeah, it just keeps crawling normally.
Yeah, that thing ain't sentient.
Then let's try not to bother it
Might have already done that?
anymore.
Okay.
So long
Understood.
as it doesn't seem hostile.
Hey, it's a spider. It's always hostile.
It does seem to be keeping you within eyesight.
Well, so long as it doesn't attack.
That's very true.
Let's just find Orlon.
Who? Orlon?
The archivist Orlon. Archivist is not the right word. I said that out of Magnus archive habit.
I hear you finished that.
I did.
Did you hear that they're making another one?
I did. But it's not John and Martin. It's new people.
Yeah.
It's fine. I will still listen to
People
it.
said it's a continuation.
It's a same universe. This takes like 20 years in the future. Of the end. Have you finished it yet?
No, I'm not.
Okay. You'll understand why if you do. So not archivist. What was I looking for?
Gatekeeper. Caretaker.
I think it might just be the keeper, actually. Ordron. Ordon? Ordron? What did I have it as?
That's alright.
It does not feel that late.
No.
I don't want to stop playing, but it is getting late. Ordon, that's his name.
And his title is?
The Keeper. The Archivist. No, I'm kidding.
Can you find him?
I'm trying. His eyes are still.
What are you doing with your eyes?
You know, to ascend, you need a certain tier of possession. My eyes are mine.
Like, physical possession?
Yes.
Gotcha. You said possession, and I was like, demon?
No, not that kind of possession. I suppose you would probably know this. You two wouldn't. If you ever were to ascend to deityhood, you first need an artifact to your item. My eyes are my artifact.
Can I get a pair of your eyes?
No. These are, I guess, two of a kind.
I thought that whenever they came back down to Earth, they were still best. That's what we talked about whenever Soul was going to become a god. Was that after you use the artifact, it goes back down to...
Planeswalkers are a little bit different.
They get to keep their item.
Because they are on the line between deity and mortal. I can't sense any soul presence, but I'm not sure if he has a proper soul or not.
Should we just try calling out his name?
Looks up at the spider.
Don't think that would be wise.
I think I agree with Seraphina.
Can you send to him?
I don't know if he has a proper mind. Try.
Is he more of an idea than a person?
Ordon! Old pal. Where are you? Didn't go through. Let's just move.
Start moving.
As you guys do kind of push forward, eventually...
I'm going to make an active investigation check.
Yes, please do, actually. All of you, if you want to make investigation checks. Leotharn is not going to roll for the sake of keeping
No.
us balanced. 12?
God, am I going to be the only person who rolls high?
I got
10, 12,
21.
21. I'll go ahead and have Leotharn just to pull up the average. Okay, 30.
Give me do the math real quick.
That'll be enough. At least the two, you and Leotharn, do see what seemed to be like a floating cloak in the distance. This cloak kind of breaks off into fractal, polygonal shapes.
That's cool as shit.
That's Ordon.
Ordon! I say quietly as I get closer.
You guys do approach, and he seems to be in some sort of meditative state, as in one hand he has a ball of light, and in one a ball of dark. And just kind of seems to be meditating.
So he's okay.
Yes. As you kind of move around to the front of him, you see as his essence is space. And you see as certain stars are connected, like how constellations are drawn.
Does he get a full corporeal body whenever his planets are aligned?
Yes, and when they're out of whack, he has none.
So why would we be in danger if we walked inside?
Like I said, we're not exactly enemies. But he thinks what we do is disgraceful.
So we can't be friends?
It's unlikely. We're not enemies, but we're not friends. We are starkly similar, but on opposite spectrums. Let's get him back to the temple.
Isn't he doing something important here?
Looks up at the spider. His body moves when he's not fully himself. He's not necessarily in control.
So he just unconsciously walked through the door?
From my understanding.
How are we getting him back?
Well, he's not exactly touching the ground. Grabs the end of his cloak.
I was about to say,
It just kinda
Serafino
lets
is
him
going to
levitate
like
while
gently reach out and like grab a piece
Was the
of
door
like,
still there whenever we left? Whenever we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
you know, like grab a piece of fabric
That's-
too.
I thought the door would disappear when you walked in.
No. Every so often the doors change,
So the door wouldn't be there anymore.
if that were to happen. But Leothorn is just kind of pulling the starry figure by the cloak. And you see at one moment, the cloak kind of goes off into one of those polygonal fractals, and he has to grab a different part of the cloak. I'll show you a picture of what the Keeper looks like.
Interesting.
At least in his only semi-existent form. Eventually, you do make your way back to the door and pull him through. And as you do, the temple kind of lights up a little bit more as you see the wet black walls kind of turn back into still black but more solid.
I messaged the spider before I go, and I go, "Thanks for not attacking me."
It's still just watching carefully.
And I close the door.
Ordon, you're home. Maybe now we go to the top of the tower.
We're still gonna be dragging him.
Yeah. As you do kind of drag him up the rest of the way, you guys are walking for probably an hour or two just up these spiral stairs. At one point, about an hour in, you get a message. So, are you guys still alive? Are we still going to be able to get home?
I send back, "I fucking hate spiders," and that is all I say.
Okay. That's enough to tell him you're alive. As you guys do make your way up to the top of the tower.
Does the tower look this big from the outside?
No.
So would this be considered his demiplane?
You ask?
Yeah.
In an indirect sense, yes, it is not a demiplane. Again, this place does exist. Just not in a proper way. As you guys are pulling him upward, you see as the stars and configurations start to go more white than that natural blue. Then you see as like that black is kind of going up towards the top of his cloak as horns push back the hood. As you get closer to the top, a more physical form is creating. Well, it was just a theory, but I figured the closer we were to the stars, the more he'd be himself.
Seems to work. Does he meditate like this until the stars start back up?
I don't come here often.
Every time you do, he is corporeal?
No, I've had to do this before. I don't like being called here.
This place does seem off.
As previously stated, I am warded. But like that door called to you, the temple calls to me.
Is it because you're supposed to do something here?
If so, I've never been able to figure it out.
There's gotta be something, right? Because that was called to us because... What if he's calling to you?
Well, hopefully we'll get to talk to him in a moment.
Okay.
As you guys do kind of get up to where the staircase is kind of coming to a point, and there is a door that kind of sits at the very top that opens into a kind of library type space.
Bigger s'mores.
And as Leothorn is pulling you here, that's enough, Leo. Don't scare me like that. As you look over the fully formed humanoid of Ordon.
I hear you're Ordon.
You hear correctly. Who all are you?
I'm
Ducky.
Seraphina.
Drove.
Ducky Seldak.
Seldak. Oh, Seldak.
What do you have against Seldak?
Leo's told me about your father. You're as mischievous as him, I take it.
No.
Leotharn goes.
I'm more mischievous.
There it is. Thank you for pulling out of me. Wow. Still waking up.
Yeah, you're still waking up, buddy.
Okay. You are.
Thank you for pulling me out of that, Leo. Or whoever did it.
No, it was Leo.
Maybe.
And Leotharn, we've talked about this. Sure thing, Leo. Thank you as well, I suppose. I suppose introductions have been made. Can I help you with something?
We were just getting a friend off the island.
Alright.
They were teleported here. But they don't know how they got here. So if you have any answers, that'd be cool.
Well, that was probably a call to Leo.
But you missed?
No. The island is alive in its own way.
So it pulled him to get Leo.
That'd be my guess.
But the island is alive?
Yes. Loosely.
Is everything we're meeting today alive?
This isn't alive like a person. It will never speak to you.
Does it speak to you?
I understand it. It's not language. I understand its needs. Once every century or so, I become fully formed. And the onyx mold requires my attention.
What?
The onyx mold.
So, when you say onyx mold, do you mean like mold that those on the material plane would be more familiar with, or is that something more of a loose term?
It was a phrase given by those of the material plane. Again, it cannot speak. It cannot give itself a name. I am merely the keeper.
How do people get here if they can see it to call it that?
Well, most don't survive.
I was told most go through.
What?
I was told most just go straight through unless they know how to get here.
Oh, I'm talking about those who happen to get here.
How does one happen to get here? It was very
Someone
convoluted.
is being called.
Interesting.
I'm happy to answer questions to the best of my ability, though. I am merely the keeper.
The keeper of what? The doors?
Of the doors and the mold. Again, I am not unable to physically form but once a century to tend to the mold.
Were you born this way, or
No,
curse?
I don't remember my life before.
So this is your afterlife.
I don't know.
I'll figure it out.
From my understanding, whenever I am here, I'm alive, I have a pulse. I can move, I can read. And even whenever I'm not down there, here in this room, I am closer to the stars and I can be myself. Though I do have to let my body take the lead on occasion to check on the doors. Have to trust that my astral form will do right.
So the doors called to your astral form the same way they called to us just a short time ago?
If they need to be tended to, yes.
So what does it mean if the tower calls to you?
That's what me and Leo have wondered for quite some time. Kind of gives Leo a dirty look.
Are you in the tower, like, one?
No. Once again, I am merely the keeper.
Is the tower alive?
It has energy.
Because if everything else works the same way that it's called here because it's needed here, Leothorn is needed here.
Again, we're not sure for what.
Whatever to take care of you every once in a while.
They give each other a look. I hope not.
I was told this wasn't the first time he's pulled you out of one of those.
It's not. However, I do not like Leothorn's methods of...
Travel.
Sure.
Getting
Simplify it.
I guess simply I don't like Leothorn.
But other planeswalkers are okay?
Haven't met any.
What about his methods do you not like?
Oh, he thinks too much about it.
So if someone was unconsciously doing it, it'd be okay?
Not necessarily. It depends on what happens. Leothorn gets the job done, but many times causes more problems than he fixes. Leothorn goes, that's not true, and we both know it. It depends on the plane. Thinking too much causes problems. That's why my astral form is what I trust more than anything else. There's no thought required. I simply get the job done.
With the help
Oh
of
wait, because
Leothorn every once
I'm
in a while.
half spirit. That wouldn't
Rarely.
affect anything, would it?
It could.
Oh, I was asking out of game. I was like, wait, I'm half spirit. There's nothing wonky gonna happen to.
Not that. You have a physical body.
Okay.
So, for all intents and purposes, you should be fine unless there is a very specific case scenario.
To double check, I was like, wait a second.
Leothorn looks just uncomfortable being here. Is there any more questions about myself, the Black Mold, the temple, the island?
How do you take care of the black mold?
Well, once a century, This is a little complicated, but I guess you could say become the mold.
Interesting.
Do you need any help?
Not necessarily.
Okay, that was my question.
I mean, if you ever needed help with mold, I'd probably be the best person to ask.
The touch of nature does not reach here.
You can
I've
be
noticed.
mold.
I have a bit of a connection to mold. That doesn't
Maybe you could
necessarily.
train her to turn into mold.
I can't necessarily turn into mold, but there is things I can do with spores, molds, things like that.
This mold is not natural. It does not fall under the Wild Mother's domain.
Whose domain does it fall under? Yours?
Yes, but domain is strong. I sacrifice my form to give this mold life, because without it, well, I suppose I don't know.
Are you a deity?
No.
Interesting.
I am closer to a spirit. Or an astral being, perhaps.
Well, Leothorn looks uncomfortable, so we should probably go.
Leothorn goes, oh, yes, We do have people waiting after all. Okay, Leothorn. Leo. Take care. You too. As Leothorn starts to walk out.
I said I followed.
Okay. As you guys make your way down,
Have a good day. Have a good millennium.
the extremely long staircase suddenly becomes a small staircase just to the bottom.
That's way more convenient.
Well, whenever he's in charge, he has a little bit more say over the layout.
I guess he wanted you out as fast as possible.
Like I said, we don't exactly get along. But we're not enemies either, as you saw.
You don't like being called Leo?
I don't like being called Leo.
But you let me call you Daddy L?
You say let you, like, I have a say.
That is an odd thing to call him, but
Daddy
I guess
L?
to
Daddy
each
L.
their own.
I did not consent to that one. It just kind of happened.
I feel like people don't really consent a lot with Dougie around.
That sounds
Consent
really, really
is
bad.
important.
Well,
I will have you know.
I just thought about that.
But titles, I'll call you whatever the fuck I
Yeah,
feel like.
nicknames,
I'm
that
a
as
little
well.
tired. I apologize.
But I've only ever called you Geralf.
It's true.
Make a perception check.
Oh dear, give me my. Thank you. Where's my perception? That's not it.
Yeah, that totally. Like, I didn't even think about that.
They don't consent to the things Ducky says about them.
That's what I was getting.
Yeah, yeah. Ducky instantly, consent is important.
14. Roll the 9.
You see a figure in the wood. You look for a second. For just a moment, it looks like your father, but younger, stronger. And you blink and it's gone.
Can I go to where that was?
What does your mom look like?
She's gonna walk up to the wood where that was. You said it was wood, right? Or is it like a door?
Is your mom half orc?
They are trees. They're just covered in this black.
She's the orc that has large
Is that
tusks.
what you're asking? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm asking, like, was it like
You
a
could've been
doorway,
fucking
or
with
is
the
it
No,
like...
it was like he was looking at you from behind a tree and you blinked, he was gone.
She's gonna move towards...
That's not what your mom looked like, the figure you saw.
She's gonna move towards the wood where she thought she saw her dad.
You see Seraphina walking towards
That's
the
weird.
trees.
That's what
As you go, nothing there.
Can I make an investigation check to see if I can find anything?
Go ahead.
Can I assist? I don't
That
know
would
what
be
I'm
a
looking for, but-
24.
Even the grass seems undisturbed. There was nothing here.
Somebody's watching us?
Can I roll an insight check
You can drop? Yeah, go
to
ahead.
see if I can figure out, like...
What the fuck? Why is it I haven't seen anything?
Where is it? 13.
Curious.
Again, it looked like a younger, stronger version of your father. Not exactly, but pretty dang close.
Is it because both my parents are alive?
Neither of her parents are dead either!
That you know of.
Oh, well, my mom's dead.
I mean, her mom never really existed on the material plane, but...
Yeah.
Your dad's definitely not around right now.
My mom was...
Can I look around to see if I see him again?
I mean, even with the nat 20, there's nothing around.
Do I see anything?
Mm-mm.
Of course I don't.
Oh, I rolled a 19.
My parents are alive. I'd be
Interesting theory.
like,
Interesting theory.
Mom, why are you here? Go away.
Aranza just like 20 foot tall, peeking around a tree.
Let us have our fucking Bruce Wayne moment, please.
Technically, is Alonso?
Ronza technically never died.
I think
Technically,
you're right.
Aranza
You're right. I think that was.
was like a moment before death
Yeah.
became.
So she never
Yeah.
died.
Never technically died, yes.
Okay, I remember.
That's what I was told.
Yes.
Yes.
But you guys make your way back to the Sky Martyr?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright.
After nothing came out of the trees.
Yes. As you come back, Marcus kind of stayed outside the tower.
Why didn't you just go to the ship?
Because I wanted to make sure you guys would be okay.
And if we weren't?
Fucking leave Daddy
I
alone.
don't know. I
Daddy
wanted to.
M?
As you guys are approaching the ship, you say that, and Marital goes.
Hi, Natasha.
Oh, now you decide you want to come inside?
Oh, all that dirt.
As you do approach, though, Marital kind of walks up to Marcus,
Lay down. Lay down, Natasha.
and you kind of see this moment of tension between the two of them.
Lay down.
Natasha.
As Marcus looks at Marital and just goes, "Hello, daughter." Pops.
Oh, this is awkward.
It's been a while. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
two
it
had
has.
differing opinions, I'm assuming, on how things ought to be.
That basically sums it up, yes. He wasn't ready to give up the violent life. And she wanted to stay with Cyrus. I respected her choice. And she goes, and I didn't respect his. And she walks away.
What a fucking. Keep your mouth shut.
And Marcus goes, that's still my daughter.
That's
She
why I
kind of gives Marcus
That's
a pat
why
on the
I kept
shoulder.
my mouth shut.
Like a little comforting pat.
Preferably, let's find out. Can make sure Cyrus isn't around. Hopefully find our captain soon.
Yeah, I don't know where she is.
I can send to her.
Have you ever seen their captain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I could
Um,
probably find your captain. She believes she did say, though, that she is laying low and she doesn't want to do anything like that right now.
It was probably best.
Because she was, like, found by Van Boken or something like that.
She's out.
Really?
You see Barton, the Gith kind of jack of all trades on the ship, kind of like slide down the like the staircase that goes up to the crow's nest. Goes up to Marcus, shakes his hand. Good to have you back. Thank you, Barton. Pat the shoulder. How have things been treating you? Good, good. Sister, sorry, your daughter still doesn't like me. My daughter still doesn't like me either, so. You taking care of her, though? As promised. Good.
Your daughter's okay with me.
She's very good. And I'm not always.
Yeah, neither am
That's all I've ever known.
I strive.
I'm gonna stay out of this one, actually.
You know this. We've had this conversation, I'm sure. But I strive for getting what I think is necessary. She strives for the betterment of everyone, which, to me, I think my goals will get there, but she's more personal, person by person. I'm more big picture.
I hate to say it, you guys, but within the last, 4 days, we've been person to person, not big picture.
I mean, you're not wrong. But also, what is the big picture right now?
What is your big picture? Taking down the government?
I mean, we have.
That's one
literally-
of the big ones.
Yeah, we have literally talked to there.
We talked to Theric to pick up.
Yeah, he
Answer.
said go make a name for ourselves.
Do you have a name for yourselves yet?
I have ideas.
Alright.
What?
Oh.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like what?
Personal.
Perhaps it'll come out when it's important. All the same, let's get out of here. Leothorn goes, completely agreed. Kind of goes over, sets up the circle.
Bye, Oswald.
That
Before they
wasn't his name.
I know.
before they take
Got
off,
it.
she does take one last look back.
God, the figure's gone.
I look at Leopold and I go, when have I ever called anybody the right name?
Fair enough.
Except for Leo over here.
As
Seraphina
Joe?
does go over to
Joe.
help the plant again.
Joe Ralph.
as he does that, you're
Ralph.
kind of like focusing on the plant that went blackened, and you see the
Ralphie.
black starting to fade from it. And as he, the island fades out, and the ship into water.
Isn't this a flying ship?
It can do both.
Is salt water bad for the ship since it's alive?
I-
Would it make it dehydrated? Does it drink water?
Cyrus is like processing all these questions. I mean, we've sailed on ship before, and he's never complained about salt water.
But you didn't think to ask?
Well, no. I mean, he said he's designed for land and water.
Maybe he was talking about fresh water.
It's not. I guess there's. He kind of like puts his hand on the side of the ship. Buddy? He's fine. He's
Okay.
fine. Then as you guys do kind of pick up from the water and continue on your way, just so I have a general idea, do you have a next game plan?
I feel like I did until you said something. I really feel like I had
I
something.
mean, Seraphina's game plan this whole time was like help out with the rally, but then continue the search for her dad.
Mhm.
So popping by Elf Havens, things like that.
Do you have a picture of your dad?
Who?
I mean, she can send him a mental link, like the last memory she has of him, which is from when she was like 12.
Fair.
So it might not be the most accurate.
People don't really change when they get older, though.
He is.
Yeah, they do.
Not
He
by
is
much.
human.
Like,
He is human. He
he's
has
human,
been
and
in
it's been like
prison.
8 years.
Yeah.
And he has been in prison.
Adult.
Facts. Like, my mom has looked the same since she was, like, 22.
I guess that's fair.
And he has also been in prison for like the last 5 of those years.
So
too.
he may
Yeah.
be skinnier.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
That,
beefier.
and that, and that
Oh wait,
same
no,
thing.
because he went to prison when she was 15. She's 18.
oh,
for
so
the
3
last
years. In that
3
case, 3
years.
years is definitely.
And even then, like, if you knew somebody 10 years ago and they grew skinnier and they lost a whole bunch of weight and you try to send to them, does it not work?
Well, it's different because you're going completely off visual. You do not know them,
I guess.
so it would be a roll.
So you'd be going off of her last memory of him from when she was 12 before he left her in the woods.
I can do that.
You don't know that, but
I don't know anything about any of you. And you all know everything about me.
So, do you guys send the image you have?
Oh God.
as soon as he says that, and he's like, "Just give me an image," she does give him the last memory she has of him, which is from a 12-year-old's perspective.
15.
No, because he left her in the woods when she was 12, and then she found him getting arrested
Oh,
when she was
gotcha, gotcha,
15.
gotcha,
So
gotcha.
she had that gap where he was just out gallivanting, and she was like, "I don't know where he is."
So, make me a straight D20 roll.
Not an Arcana roll?
Just straight D20.
A 16.
16. What do you say?
Hey, Seraphina wants to know where you at, bro. Hear you're in prison, maybe? Dog, I don't know anymore. Was told to send to you.
It's awkward silence for a couple minutes.
Nah, he didn't get it.
And then,
I tried.
I'm alive. I don't know where I am. It's been dark for years. I'm buried. There's a window where scraps of food come through. They're keeping me alive, but you're the first voice I've heard in 2 years.
Stand back. Can you see out the window?
It's only open long enough for scraps, and it's blindingly bright.
Yeah, he gave me nothing to go off of. I don't know where this man is.
He's alive then.
Yeah, he is alive. And he's buried.
Buried.
With the window that they keep
So-
scrapping
From the window
to the wall. I hear you sweating a lot.
Around his balls.
No. He's only going to be there until sweat runs down his balls, okay?
They keep it real cold.
They do.
So that'll never happen. Okay.
You know where your mom is? Do you want me to send to her?
My mom's dead.
What about your dad?
I do not know where he is.
Do you want me to see if I can find him?
I can't send you a mental link.
I can message you and you can send me the mental link. Mental image.
Okay, I can do that.
I try that.
But mine was like,
Yeah.
Nat 20 only.
like a long.
Basically, yeah, because it is from like childhood, so it is like
I'm 20.
the memory of a memory at this point.
I'm a
Like,
26-year-old man, orc.
Look at that dice. Look at that dice.
He got a nat 20.
okay.
No joke.
Interesting. I might.
I only get lucky when he's just like, only nat 20s.
Wow.
The dice say the man has declared
Yeah.
I must do a thing.
What do you say?
Hey, Geralf's friend here. Where are you? It's been a while. Please don't tell me you are buried. That'd be sad. Like, really, really sad.
Charles like,
Cool.
Sherhoff? Not buried.
Alive? Not buried.
Not doing great, honestly. So many needles and pods and experiments. Location unknown.
Pods, needles, experiments. That sounds like a research tower right there.
yeah.
Now, with that knowledge and the flying of the Sky Martyr, Leothorn says his goodbyes, and that is where we will end tonight's session.
Bye, Daddy-O.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, like, subscribe. We really appreciate all the support we get. We will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.